Today I'm gonna talk about how to solve linear equation with a fraction coefficient. Now I'm gonna solve 4 problems, okay? And let's take a look at the first example. And as we can see, for the first example, we have common factor, that is 4. That means we can times 4 for both sides, okay? Times 4 for both sides. So 4 times 5 over 4 x plus 3, 4 times 1 over 4 plus 1/4 x. Okay, then we're gonna use distribution. Okay, so we have 4 times 5 over 4x, 4 times 3. And for the right hand side, we have 4 times 1/4, 4 times 1/4 x. Now we can cancel out. 4 cancel out, cancel out, cancel out. We can simplify it. 5x plus 12, 1 plus x. Okay, now we can see on the right hand side we have x terms. We want to remove it. Okay, how to remove it? We're gonna subtract 1x for both sides. We're gonna subtract x for both sides. Okay, now here we cancel out, and here we have 4x plus 12 equals 1. And on the right hand side, on the left hand side, we can see the constant 12. We want to remove it. Okay, so we're gonna subtract 12 for both sides. Okay, so 12 cancel out. We have 4x equals negative 11. And then we're going to divide by 4 for both sides. Okay, and then we're going to get the answer is negative 11 over 4. Now let's take a look at the second example. For the second example, we can see the denominator is 3 and 9. That means we need to find the least common multiple. Okay, after we find the least common multiple, then we let both sides times least common multiple. Okay, so how to find the least common multiple? Here is 3 and 9. We're gonna using the factoring method. Okay, so for the 9, we can factor it as 3 times 3. Okay, now we can find the common factor, that is 3. That means the least common multiple can be written as we pick the common factors once, that is 3, and then times the left factors. Here we have 3. That equals 9. Okay, very good. So we find the least common multiple, that is 9. We let 9 times both sides. Okay, so we let 9 times both sides. Okay, Now for the left hand side, we're gonna do the distribution, and for the right hand side we can cancel out. So we have 9 times 2/3 x minus 9 times 1, 7x. Okay, and for the right hand side, 9 divided by 3 gonna be 3. 3 times 2 gonna be 6x. Okay, now here on the right hand side we have 7x. We wanna remove it. Okay, we wanna remove it. How to remove it? Subtract 7x for both sides, and we're gonna get negative x minus 9 equals 0. Okay, and how to remove the constant on the left? We're gonna add 9 for both sides. We're gonna have cancel out. We have negative x equals 9. So negative x divided by negative 1 for both sides. We're gonna get x equals negative 9. Okay, now let's take a look. The third example. And the third example, we can see we have 3 denominators. That is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how to find the least common multiple for these 3 denominators? Still, we're gonna use factoring method. We can have 4 can be factored as 2 times 2. Okay, now we can find the common factors. Here's 2, here's another 2, right? Now we can find the least common multiple. That is LCM equals pick the common factor 2 once. So we'll pick up 2 once, and then times left factors. That is 3, and then times 2. It will boils down to 2 times 3 times 2 equals 12. Okay. Now we can let the 12 times both sides, right? So 12 times 5 over we let 12 times 5 over 4p and 12 times 4 over 3p plus 3 over 2. Okay, then we're gonna do the distribution for the right hand side. For the left hand side, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 5 equals 15p. Distribution 12 times 3 over 2. Okay, we'll copy it. And 12 divided by 3 gonna be 4. 4 times 4 equals 16p. 12 divided by 2 gonna be 6. 6 times 3, 18. Okay, now we wanna remove the p on the right hand side. So how to remove it? Subtract the 16p for both sides. Okay, and then we cancel out, and for the left hand side we're gonna get negative p equals 18. Okay, and then divided by -1 for both sides. We're gonna get P equals -18. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the last example. For the last example, we have denominator that is 4 and 5. Okay, so how to find the least common multiple? And for the 4, we can use factoring method, that is 2 and 2, 2 times 2 equals 4. And here we couldn't find any common factor. Okay, we couldn't find any common factor. So that means we can times together. Okay, so 2 times 2 times 5 equals 20. That's it. Okay, so that means we can let 20 times both sides. Okay, so 20 times x plus 1 plus 4 x plus 5 over 5, 20 times 2. Okay, and on the left hand side we can do the distribution. So we have 20 times x plus 1 divided by 4, 20 times x plus 5 divided by 5. And on the right hand side, that is 40. Now, let's take a look. So 20 divided by 4 should be 5. 5 times x plus 1. And then 20 divided by 5 is 4. 4 times x plus 5. Okay, so equals 40. Now, we're going to do the distribution. So 5x plus 5 times 1 is 5. 4x times 5, 20, equals 40. Okay, we can simplify. 5x plus 4x, 9x. 5 plus 20, 25. Okay, now we want to remove this constant on the left hand side. That means we're gonna subtract 25 for both sides. And that means we got 9x equals 15. Then we divide by 9 for both sides. We're gonna get 15 over 9. And again, we can see for the 15 we can write it as 3 times 5. And for the 9 we have 3 times 3. So that means we can cancel out the 3 and simplify it. And the answer is 5 over 3.